Hello Mabuhay, people in the world, welcome back with another rant episode from yours truly, Antonio, and today, I am gonna rant on one of the messiest crimes that targets against humanity, and that is, sex trafficking. Yes, you heard it right, sex trafficking. That is one of the horrible crimes I ever know ever since, and before this video begins, I want to make something very clear. This video discusses sex trafficking, a serious crime that harms millions of people around the world. The purpose of this video is educational and documentary in nature. It is intended to inform viewers about the dangers of human trafficking, the realities faced by victims, and the responsibility society has in preventing exploitation. This discussion is presented strictly within an educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic context, often referred to as EDSA context in media policy. That means the goal of this video is not to sensationalize or exploit the topic, but to educate the public, raise awareness, and discourage criminal activity. Sex trafficking is not real entertainment. It is a violation of human dignity, freedom, and human rights. And if anyone involved in such crimes happens to be watching this video, the message is simple: this behavior destroys lives and must stop. No exceptions, and there are absolutely no excuses to justify this horrible crime, at all, nothing else. So without further ado, let us now start up the rant, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my God. Sex trafficking is one of the most severe forms of human exploitation. It occurs when individuals are coerced, deceived, manipulated, or forced into sexual exploitation, for profit. Victims can include women, men, and even children. In many cases, traffickers exploit vulnerable situations such as poverty, lack of education, migration, family instability, or social isolation. From an educational perspective, it is important to understand that trafficking does not always look the way movies portray it. Many victims are not abducted violently. Instead, they are manipulated through false promises of jobs, modeling opportunities, or overseas work. Others are controlled through threats, emotional manipulation, debt bondage, or fear. This is why education and awareness are so important. When people understand how trafficking works, they are better equipped to recognize warning signs, report suspicious activities, and support victims who may be trapped in abusive situations. Sex trafficking is also a serious criminal offense in most countries. Laws exist specifically to prosecute traffickers and protect victims. These laws recognize that trafficking victims are not criminals, they are individuals whose freedom has been stolen. From a documentary and educational standpoint, one of the most disturbing aspects of trafficking is the system behind it. Trafficking is often organized by networks that treat human beings as commodities. Victims are reduced to numbers, transactions, and profit margins. This dehumanization is exactly why society must reject it completely. And now, let me address something directly, stern and right. If you are someone who participates in sex trafficking, enables it, or profits from it, whether as a recruiter, a middleman, or a client, you need to understand something. Very clearly, you are harming real human beings. Behind every victim is a person with a life, a family, dreams, and dignity. When trafficking occurs, those things are taken away. The trauma inflicted on victims can last for years or even a lifetime. No amount of money, excuses, or rationalization can justify that kind of exploitation. And for anyone who still thinks this crime has no consequences, you should understand the legal reality. In many countries, including the Philippines under the Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act, Republic Act 9208 and its later expansions, sex trafficking carries extremely severe penalties. Individuals convicted of trafficking can face around 20 years of imprisonment and fines ranging from about 1 million to 2 million pesos. In more serious cases, such as qualified trafficking, trafficking involving children, organized syndicates, or abuse of authority, the penalty can rise to life imprisonment with fines reaching 2 million to 5 million pesos. In addition to imprisonment and financial penalties, convicted offenders may permanently lose business licenses, corporate registrations, and public office positions if they were government officials involved in the crime. In other words, sex trafficking is not just immoral, it is a major criminal offense that can destroy the life and freedom of the perpetrator just as it destroys the lives of victims. Courts have repeatedly imposed life sentences in serious trafficking cases, reinforcing that society treats this crime with the highest level of severity. So if anyone involved in trafficking believes they can escape accountability, the law says otherwise. These crimes carry consequences that can last decades, or even the rest of a person's life behind bars. And do you know why education and awareness matter still? One of the most effective ways to fight trafficking is through awareness. When communities understand the issue, they become less vulnerable to traffickers' tactics. Education also empowers people to identify warning signs such as suspicious job offers, individuals being controlled by someone else, restricted movement or communication, and signs of coercion or fear. By recognizing these indicators, communities can help prevent exploitation and protect potential victims. Awareness also reduces stigma for survivors. Victims of trafficking should be treated with compassion and support, not blame. Recovery from trafficking often requires psychological, social, and legal support systems. At the end of the day, sex trafficking represents one of the darkest forms of human exploitation. But awareness, education, and accountability can make a difference. By speaking openly about the issue in an educational and documentary context, we can expose the crime, support victims, and discourage those who might otherwise participate in it. Silence allows exploitation to continue. Education helps stop it. So let's say no to sex trafficking or human trafficking, and say yes to protection of innocent people. And that's all for this video. If you found this discussion informative, please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. If you have thoughts about this topic, feel free to share them respectfully in the comments. Constructive discussion helps spread awareness and understanding. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. It's over and out for now. God bless you all, always.